People, good afternoon. How are we all doing? Hopefully you're all doing very, very well. Hopefully you're out there enjoying the sun. It is incredible weather, and trust me, I'm going to join you as soon as I get these videos done. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget as well to like and share the vids. And if you have Instagram, don't forget to follow your boy. We are trying to get to 10,000 Instagram followers, so thank you so much to all of you that have recently followed me on Instagram. All right, let's see what there is to talk about today. Let's start with this one. Teofimo Lopez vows to batter Kambosos in a rematch. I won't let the ref stop it. I don't expect that fight to ever happen, if I'm honest with you. Let's see what Teofimo can do at 140 pounds. I mean, he's been calling out a lot of the big names, takes on Pedro Campa tonight or the early hours of Sunday morning. It's good to see him back. We haven't seen Teofimo for a long, long time in the ring. I'm looking forward to see how he looks at 140. I think he was struggling with the weight at 135. I'm not giving him an excuse for losing to Kambosos. I think he just dropped the ball in that fight. And I do think if he were to fight Kambosos again, he would win. But look, 140's got so many good names for him to fight. I mean, look, Ryan's there now, right? Ryan Garcia's at 140. Obviously, the main man, Josh Taylor, Jack Catterall. I did see something about, was it the WBA? are going to order him to fight O'Hara Davis for a final eliminator or something. So, I mean, look, even those type of fights are out there. So let's see what he can do against Pedro Campa, and then we'll see where he is. Tony Sims, Conor Benn is ultra confident that he can beat Chris Eubank Jr. He's going to be, right? I mean, I expect that from him. He should be super confident. That's just his character as well. Not long to go, man. I mean, October 8th will come round very, very quickly, especially because we've got so many fights in the lead up to it. He did look confident yesterday in the press conference, but again, so did Chris Eubank Jr. If anything, Chris Eubank Jr.'s confidence was bordering on just pure arrogance, and I love it. It was fantastic. Honestly, really good press conference. It started so slow, and it was weird because you had Callie and Eddie, and it was like Eddie's asking the questions to Conor and Callie's asking the questions to Chris, and then it was like a bit weird, but once it got going, it got going. Clarissa Shields continues to grind in camp for Savannah Marshall. Can't wait for this one. Honestly, can't wait. I think Shields outboxes her and wins by a few rounds. Obviously, a lot of people are in the camp of Savannah Marshall can put her to sleep. She can put her to sleep. I just think Clarissa's going to be so focused. You know what it is? When you're as, can I say arrogant? Clarissa's a bit arrogant, right? Can I say that? When you're as arrogant as Clarissa, you just got to win. You've got to win. Pressure is on. And I think she will thrive under the pressure. And I expect to see, honestly, the best Clarissa Shields we've ever seen. The best. Amir Khan on Usyk, he's in great shape. He's a lot bigger, a lot thicker, still very quick. That's kind of what we've seen. I fly out in a couple of days. I'm expecting it to be incredible out there. We'll see. I'm going to do a separate video on this. Obviously, we've got 1 week to go now. 1 week to go for the big one. That's almost, I still think it's gone under the radar. And that's weird because it's an AJ fight. AJ fights never go under the radar. But because of all this, are DAZN going to get it? Are Sky going to get it? I mean, ITV made a play for it. It's just all been a bit weird. I don't think it's been given the right promotion, but it is what it is. It's here, isn't it? It's coming, it's here. Let's stick with the heavyweights. Tyson Fury announced his retirement. I think it was yesterday on his birthday. Tyson Fury, now 34. He thanked a lot of people for helping him in his career so far. And it seemed sincere. I think the problem with Fury is almost like, he's like the boy that called Wolf, where you just don't know if it's true or not. So because of that, he hasn't been given the proper goodbye and the proper flowers, right? He hasn't. Like if Tyson Fury had never called retirement before, I feel like, and then said, I'm retiring, I think people would have like really responded to it and said, oh, this is, you know, Tyson Fury, one of the greats, and everyone will be doing, you know, whatever they do, whether it be videos or him appearing on ITV News or Sky Sports News, whatever. He hasn't got any of that because I think people just don't believe him. And that's a shame because if he is gone, like if Tyson Fury has retired, he deserves all of it. He deserves his respect because, I mean, his story is, fucking, it's a movie, isn't it, really? Honestly, it's a movie. I mean, I go back and watch some of these old fights. I mean, I didn't think he was that good. Honestly, I didn't think he was that good. I remember that famous one where he kind of uppercutted himself. But honestly, watching these old fights, I was like, didn't see it. And I remember, it's funny because me and Tony Bellew were talking about this. I think Coogan might have been interviewing Tony, and we were talking about the fact that Tony said David Price would beat Tyson Fury. And obviously, in hindsight, that's silly. But back then, that's what I'm trying to say. Tyson Fury wasn't considered much back then. That people thought Pricey, I did, Pricey would knock out Tyson Fury. I mean, you look at how far apart their careers are. It's incredible how bad a call that was from everyone. I mean, Tyson Fury is just, I mean, for him to go over to Germany and beat Vladimir Klitschko, and it wasn't a great fight, but still won, all right? Still beat Klitschko, who hadn't been beaten for, 9-10 years. And then to literally go off the cliff, right? Go off a cliff, go off the rails, with drug and drink and whatever else, right? I mean, balloon up to what he ballooned up to. Then he started making those videos talking about a comeback, and you're like, oh, whatever. Like, all right. Then, the weight came off. But the fact that he agreed to fight Wilder, I remember everyone's take on that. Everyone was like, he's dead. Like, Wilder's going to absolutely knock this man out senseless. Like, he's going to. Like, people thought it was laughable. Even Wilder's team did. Wilder's team thought this is easy. Like, this is easy money. Like, have you seen him? He's out of shape. He's done. For him to get up in that fucking 12th round the way he did, Fury's an incredible boxer. I don't understand how he's so good. I look at him, I look at his body. I look at him as an athlete, and he clearly is an athlete, by the way, because this guy goes 12 rounds in his sleep. But I look at him and think, how? How? Don't get it. That his will to win is just, just give AJ a bit of that. Give fucking AJ a bit of that will to win. Like, it's funny. I'm not joking. Like, aside from that, I didn't even think he was a good boxer. Like Tyson Fury now, we consider him a good mover, a good boxer. Didn't even think he was that. Didn't think he was that. And then he had that homecoming, and maybe it was the right way to go out, because I always felt like Tyson Fury thought he didn't get the love from the British public. Didn't get it, right? And it's true. It was all AJ, wasn't it? AJ got the love, right? AJ's got the look, he speaks well, and Tyson Fury's just over there. And for him to kind of have that fight against Dillian White in front of over 90,000, maybe that's it. Maybe that is the way to go. But again, I don't believe him. I don't believe him when he says he's retired, and this is the problem. But we'll see. If AJ, this is the problem, he should have waited. All you got to do is wait a week, Fury. Wait 1 week, fuck's sake. If AJ knocks out Usyk, don't tell me he's not going to get his gloves on again. Don't tell me. I mean, 2 weeks ago he was talking about Chisora. Don't tell me he's not getting his gloves on again and fighting. But look, we'll see. We'll see what happens with Tyson Fury. But if it is it, and it's all said and done, his resume is not thick enough for me to put him as an all-time great heavyweight. It's not. It's just not thick enough. Don't argue with me. It's not. But he is an all-time great heavyweight in the sense that him versus any heavyweight is a problem. Like Tyson Fury, a person that can clearly fucking have powers of recovery that I've not seen before, 6'9", 20 stone, is a problem for any heavyweight in the history of the sport. In the history. Bear in mind, people like George Foreman were considered monsters, like in terms of size. George Foreman's 6'4", 16 stone. That's George Foreman. George Foreman, 6'4", 16 stone. 6'9", 20 stone, and can move. Like, take all your historians and your historic beliefs away from the argument. 6'9", 20 stone, can move and can take a punch is a problem for any heavyweight. Problem. All right, what else we got? Bit of a rant there. Zhang Ji Li touches down in Jeddah, pumped to face Hrgovic. Oh, good fight, It's a very, very good fight, that one. I'm still, Hrgovic, I mean, a lot of people are tipping him to be the next thing. Still not sure about Hrgovic, Still not sure. Joseph Parker, a lot of people said I wouldn't fight Joyce. It's the fight I wanted. I don't ever believe that a fighter would not want a fight. Everything's just got to be right. Like, they want to get paid. They're prize fighters. And I feel like maybe for Joseph Parker, it was a case of pay me the right money. And obviously they've put this on pay-per-view. I think it is. So they've obviously paid him. This is really good. Leo Santa Cruz, Leewood reach agreement for title consolidation. Should know how to say that word. Purse bid suspended. So they've agreed money, which makes me feel like they've agreed a better than 20% split for Leewood, which is really good. So it looks like Leewood is off to America. Yeah, so obviously Josh Warrington's going to fight his mandatory. Michael Conlan's going to fight someone else. Good luck to Leewood, man. 34. This is what... Look, Leewood, a year ago, not many people knew who Leewood was a year ago. I mean, the hardcore boxing fans, yes. But before he had that fight at Fight Camp, not many people knew who he was. His rise in the last 12 months has been huge. And credit to him. He's got that fight in America. Forest Boys will join him. Everyone wants a trip across the pond. Good luck to him. Hopefully he makes some good money. What else we got here? Alexander Usyk open to freak fight against Canelo Alvarez. That ain't happening. But I tell you this now though, if Canelo had beaten Dimitri Bivol, some people would have spoken about it. Some people would have spoken about it and it would have been fucking enormous. Like, I look at Usyk and I don't see how he makes cruiserweight again, but they would have said something like a 200-pound catchweight or something, and Usyk would have killed himself to make it. But honestly, I'm telling you now, obviously now it sounds stupid, but I was in America and I was hearing the talk and there was people saying, if Canelo beats Bivol, it's going to be Usyk next. Usyk would run through him like a hot knife through butter. Hot knife, like the hottest knife you can possibly find on earth. Like something that's been forged in coal for 100 years. Like the coal's been burning and the knife's been stuck in there, and just butter you get from Asda. That's what Usyk would do to Canelo. Silly people thought that was even a thing. People are mad, you know. People are mad. All right, anything else? Frank Warren expects Usyk to beat Joshua, backs Fury to beat Usyk. Oh, surprise, surprise, Frank. Surprise, surprise. All right, we are done, people. Very, very quick one. Fingers crossed we get news in the next week. That's what I've been hearing about Crawford Spence in the next week. Fingers crossed we get news. You guys know where I am. I fall on the Crawford side 100 times out of 100. And what I mean by that, I'm not trying to say that if they fought 100 times, Crawford would win 100 times. I'm saying if you ask me 100 times, I would always go with Terence Crawford. Peace and love.